Good morning and welcome to the Targa display here at Boot Düsseldorf 2025. Today I'm going to walk you through the Targa 32 GT, which is of course the outboard version of the 32. Really excited about this boat. Think it's going to be an awesome hit on the East Coast United States. So let's go take a look. On this walkthrough tour, we're going to start at the transom of the boat. A lot of times we start up at the bow, but the biggest difference with the 32 GT is, of course, we've got these big Mercury V10s back here, which are awesome. But what do we gain in terms of storage space? We don't have a big diesel or diesels in this boat. So let's take a look at the mechanical space first. All right, so diving in here, without our diesels, we've got a lot of space. One thing with the outboards is we do need a bit more fuel tankage, so our bulkhead moves back a little bit. I've got really nice fender storage here on the underside of the hatches. So I've got a couple chairs, table here for the cockpit, stand-up paddle boards, the inflatable ones, inflatable dinghy. Big thing with the outboards, we obviously don't have a big swim platform for the dinghy. This allows for, I mean, you could have as big of an inflatable dinghy down here as you'd like. As with all the Targa models, we've got beautiful electrical layout, wire harnesses, just right there, easily accessible. With the outboards, having this storage space back here is fantastic. A big factor in the decision between outboards and inboards is how fast can I go, how far can I go on a tank of gas. So posting the fuel burn data for the Twin 400 32 GT, that should come up on your screen right now. Why do we want these? They're faster, quieter, we can trim up. Having the shallow draft ability on these is fantastic. Stepping into the cockpit, we've got excellent seating, both sides. These little flip up seats here on the back of the cabin. Obviously this is not a flybridge model, so we do get some extra things here in the cockpit. One thing that I like is this Mercury JPO joystick back here, port hand side. So I've got a preferred docking station on each side of the boat. So fantastic to have this backing into a slip. Love this location here. Preferred docking stations, port and starboard, is a big thing that you want on a boat, and we've got that here. And also our entire area back here is under cover of the sun. So we have the bimini here. We can run with this up, which is really great. Big fan of this setup. Let's walk up to the foredeck. Here on the cabin top, we've got this awesome little sun pad. Have access to the hatch for the forward cabin. Pop that down. Really nice place to lay out in the sun here. Love that option. Let's take a look at the hardtop up here. So I love that Targa does the non-skid up on the hardtop. I'm a big fan of hopping up here and diving off. So having that non-skid up there, safe, really, really nice. Got our light bar, searchlight, the gear racks across. We talked about having the inflatable paddle boards in the back, but let's say you wanted a humongous tender in there, inflatable tender. You've got this space up top for lashing your paddle boards. We've got the black line mask on this boat, so everything is powder coated black. Looks really cool. One of my favorite parts of the Targas is that exterior profile. They just look so utilitarian and mean. I love it. As we head back on the side deck here, I've got an access hatch. So inside this one, this owner's done a cold plate. So this can be set up as a fridge or a freezer here. Again, you could do this as a fender locker, whatever you would like. Having some extra cooling space on a 32-foot boat. Obviously, we can only have so big of a refrigerator inside. It's nice to have that. And then we have another deck access hatch here. Again, everything has a drain. Storage is so crucial, especially on a 32-foot boat. So nice to have all these options. Let's head into the salon. The first thing we notice is the warmth in here. It is very cozy, feels like home. We've got the teak furniture throughout. I don't really know how to say it. When you step onto a Targa, you can just feel the quality and feel how well built these boats are. Beautiful little area here. We've got the U-shaped settee to port, reversing seat here for underway, and then I can just swap this seat back here for a much larger accommodation area here in the pilot house. Table drops down to form a berth. We've got a 32-foot boat that sleeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on a 32-foot boat. I hope you don't do that, but we do have the ability to sleep a ton of folks. A 32-foot boat with 2 cabins And then with this converted, you can sleep another. So kids, grandkids, all that. This is a pretty epic little cruising boat. Here at the helm, we've got the typical Targa setup here with our steering wheel. Everything pops down for easy access at the helm. Again, we've got an outboard model here. So the Mercury throttles here to starboard, easy to pop our door open, access my side cleat right out the door. Everything is just so simple, so easy. I talked about the 2 different docking stations. So we've got the port side docking station, which is aft, and the starboard side right here. So as I'm coming into a dock, starboard side 2, my hand's out the window, I'm halfway out the door, I've got my midship line in my hand. I mean, how much easier could it get? I can drive this boat by myself, no matter the weather. It's so simple. Of course, we've got a bow thruster, all of our systems laid out here very nicely with our toggle switches here at the helm. Overhead, I've got my engine gauge and my VHF radio. Hatched down below here, I've got my galley to port. Check this out. What a great use of space. Very cool. Hot and cold pressure water here. My propane stove. Down below, I've got trash area, my silverware, and my footrest here for the passenger side pops right out. Comfortable spot for your co-pilot, whether you're helping navigate or reading a book underway. This is a great place to be. Let's head into the forward cabin. Here in the forward cabin, this owner's opted to go with the centerline island queen, which is my favorite layout. But you may have kids sleeping up here, and you may want to do a V-berth. You may want to do an offset queen to have more sleeping space. With Targa, we can do all of that. This is one of many options for this forward cabin. I happen to like this, but you know, the choice is yours based on your mission. So let's head deck to the aft cabin, show that space. Coming down below here, this is our head space. We've got a toilet, sink, wet head, so we can shower in this space. If you do have kids, you'll have them sleep in the forward cabin. This will be the adults back here. This is a really nice, comfortable berth. Big queen berth here to port. To starboard, we have the single. If you have 3 kids, maybe the adults are sleeping forward, the kids back here, but pretty special to have 2 cabins on a 32-foot boat. So, and 2 private cabins, you're not sleeping on top of each other. Nice space here. Every little inch is utilized. I've got a little spot to put my phone here. There's a rail on the other side for my book and magazine. Very nice space down here, considering that we're on a smaller outboard boat. And up here, we've got a hanging locker. Thank you guys for tagging along on this walkthrough tour of the Targa 32 GT. If you have any questions about the 32 GT, any of the outboard Targa models, please feel free to reach out to me directly. My contact information is right below the video. Thanks for watching.